Hello, my name is pokemontcg and I am back today with something a little bit different. Today I am going to be doing a tier list on every single legendary and mythical Pokemon, ranking them from being the GOAT to just bad. So before we jump into this video, please do like and subscribe and comment below letting me know if this is the type of content you enjoy seeing. But let's hop straight into making this list. So as we can see here, we have got all of the legendaries and mythical Pokemon here ready for my harsh judgment. And we have the tiers of GOATs, pretty good, good, average, and just plain bad. And I will be basing this decision based on not only how they are to use the Pokemon, but also their design, which could make it a little bit more interesting. So the first Pokemon on our list today is the Galarian Articuno. And I'm not a massive fan of the Galarian birds, but the design on Articuno alone earns it a pretty good, because that is a cool looking Pokemon. We move on to the Galarian Zapdos next, and I'm sorry, but I'm putting it in bad. Yeah, comments might hate me, and that's fine, but it's just a giant chicken, and that isn't legendary to me. That's just a chicken. We will go for the Galarian Moltres next, which again, the design will put it in pretty good, because it is pretty good. It's not a GOAT, it's not the best Pokemon out there, but the design is really cool. The original birds are up next, and I'm going to put them all... I think I'm going to put them all in average. They're classic, I love them, but as Pokemon, they're not that good. I'm saying it. Up next we have the 3 Mewtwo's, and I think Mewtwo X I'm going to put in good. I think normal Mewtwo's going to have to go in GOATs, because Mewtwo is just the GOAT. Everyone knows Mewtwo, everyone loves Mewtwo. I'm going to put Mewtwo Y into pretty good, because it was a very, very good Pokemon, but it's limited to X and Y. So maybe when Legends comes out, it'll go up to the GOAT tier, but for now, it's got to stay in pretty good. Now, Mew, I'm going to seek out a bit of controversy here. I'm just going to put Mew in good. I love Mew, but the accessibility to Mew in Pokemon games is so limited that it has to go good, because without cheating, you're not really going to get yourself a Mew very easily. Next we have the legendary dogs, and they, even though Entei is one of my favourite legendaries, are going to have to follow the legendary birds. They're average, they're not the best, let's be honest. Up next, the Heart Gold and Soul Silver front cover idols. You've got Ho-Oh, you've got Lugia, and Ho-Oh's going to have to go in pretty good, and Lugia's going in GOATs. If you don't love Lugia, you're doing it wrong. Lugia is an absolute beast, and Ho-Oh again is one of my favourite legendary Pokemons. I just don't think you can put it up there with Lugia. I think Lugia is just clear. Celebi next, and Celebi is a very tough one for me to place, because Celebi is iconic. Like, I absolutely love Celebi, but to use it as a Pokemon, is it really that good? Probably not. So it's going to follow Mew. I'm going to put it in good, and I hate myself for that, to be honest, but it has to be done. I know I'm going to get smoked for this, but for the Reggies, they're going in bad. I just don't like them. I never have. I never will. The shiny Registeel is sick, but other than that, that is as far as they go. I just don't like them. I'm sure that they are some people's favourite Pokemon, and I apologise for that, but for me, they have to go in bad. For both Latios and Latios, as well as its Mega versions, they are all going in pretty good. They've always been very usable Pokemon, they're a fan's favourite, and the design on them is really good, so they're not quite GOATs for me, but they're close. Up next we have got some of the biggest icons in Pokemon history, and as for the normal versions, for both Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, they are all going in GOATs. You can fight me to the death. I'll love it. I'll love it, because I think they are absolutely amazing Pokemon. The Omega versions are going to go in pretty good, because again, can't use them in too many games. They're pretty limited to Omega Ruby and Omega Sapphire. But Mega Rayquaza is going to sneak into a GOAT, because Mega Rayquaza is sick, and it's one of the coolest shinies ever. So Mega Rayquaza can go in GOAT just because it looks so sick. Jirachi is another Pokemon I love, but it's going to go in average. It's not the best Pokemon in the world, let's be honest. You're not seeing it like take over the take over the Pokemon mages. You're not seeing it do much. It's just average. But the design's pretty cool. Deoxys is a tough one. But I'm going to put them all in good. Except for the speed form. The speed form is going in pretty good. Because I remember there was a point where the speed form was absolutely running the meta. I couldn't go online without facing a speed form Deoxys, and it used to drive me absolutely nuts. Up next we have the Uxie, Mesprit and Azelf, and I'm not a big fan of these Pokemon, but I wouldn't be rude enough to put them in bad, so they are going to just have to sit for now in average, because I don't love them, and I think the designs of them are fairly similar, so they sort of lost a few points for that as well. Palkia and Dialga, of course, are going to go in pretty good. They could probably nearly step up to the GOAT mark. But again, like Ruby and Sapphire, they have the Giratina in there, which is just better. And both forms of Giratina are going in GOATs, because Giratina is an absolute beast. So it deserves to be up there. Heatran is a pretty good all-round Pokemon. It's got a pretty cool design. It's just good. It's not amazing. Good's the right place for that, I think. Regigas is joining his friends in bad, because again, I hate them. I hate them all. I want them all to burn. Cresselia is going to sneak itself into good. Again, it's a very good Pokemon. I really like the design. Did you know what? It can go in pretty good. I've upgraded it. It's a pretty good Pokemon. The design's really cool. It's earned itself to just go up that extra notch. Peony is going in bad because I haven't ever seen anyone enjoy using that Pokemon. Ever. And Manaphy is going to go in good. We're starting to see a little trend with the old Mythicals in good, but yeah, it's... You know what? No, it's average. It's average. I'm harsh. We're going to be harsh today. Average. Darkrai, for personal reasons, is going into go. And hear me out. There was a whole phase of online Pokemon where all I would do is use Dark Void and use Dream Eater, and in double battles it was absolutely insane. Like, my favourite Pokemon in double battles ever at that point. I just would literally put things to sleep, eat them in their sleep. It was almost invincible. It was great. Shaman, another absolute favourite of mine, is going in average, and it hurts me. It is average, but it's so cute. It's so cute. As well as its other form, that can join it in average, because it's not great, but I do still love it. Arceus has to go in GOATs, just because he created Pokemon. Simple reason. He was the creator of Pokemon. Gotta be a GOAT for that. Vicinity is going to find its way into good. I do think Vincenti's a really good Pokemon. I love the design. It's a mascot Pokemon. It's really cute. But I just think the other legendaries are that much better than it that it's got to come down into good. Cobalt, we have Terrakion, and we have Virizion, and I don't like them. I'm sorry. I don't like them. I don't know why. I don't know what the vendetta is against them. I just don't like them. So they have to go in bad for that reason. As well as this Tornadus form. That is taking the mick. What are you doing with this? Come on. Get it in the bin, Pokemon. You're better than this. But Tornadus itself can go into average. In fact, all of the other forms of the genies are going in bad. I hate them. And all the others can go in... Well, do you know what? No, these two can go into average. You are going into average. These two are good. I mean, I think Tornadus and Thundurus are used the most in Pokemon, so they can go into good. For Zekrom and Reshiram, I think I'm going to put Zekrom in good, and I'm going to put Reshiram in pretty good. I just feel like Reshiram is overall more usable, and I quite like his tail, so I boost him up. This is another strange one where you have the other forms of these, and I've never really seen or used them. So I'm just going to put them in average because I've never seen or used them. Kyurem is also going to go into average. There's something about it I don't like. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's me. Maybe this is like a me problem, but I just don't like it. Keldeo is again a strange one, but I'm going to put them both in good. I feel like they were fairly usable and a lot of people enjoyed getting Keldeo. So I'm going to put it in good for that reason. Meloetta, again, is a Pokemon I don't have too much experience in, so he's going to go and fill up that average place. And the average is getting pretty full up at the moment, which isn't good to see, but there we go. Genesect is next, and Genesect is one of my favourite legendaries again, but it's going to go in good. It was usable at stages, but there's much better legendaries out there. Xerneas and Yveltal. Well, Vital is a good Pokemon. So Xerneas, they could both go in good. I feel like that's a fair ranking for those two. Although the design of Yveltal is actually really sick. So I'm going to sneak him up into pretty good just based on the design because it does look really, really cool. Zygarde is up next, and I'm going to be unpopular when I say this, but I hate Zygarde. I was never excited by the prospect of it. Didn't ever do it for me. The dog form can get an average just because I like dogs. But as a whole, for me, having a slug as a legendary, it just didn't do it for me. I know it can transform, but for me, it just didn't do it for me. Diancie is up next, and I think Diancie is going to earn itself into the good pile. It's a fairy type, which there isn't many legendary fairy types or mythical fairy types, so it's nice to have that little bit of diversity. So it's earned itself a good. Hooper, again, is going in average. I'm not a massive fan of Hooper, and I feel like I'm going to get absolutely smoked for this, but there's not many left on the list that I'm looking at that I love. So this could be, you know, the goat section might stay the same for the rest of this video. We will see. In truth, I don't even know what this thing is. So I'm just putting it in bad because it can't be that good, or I'd have heard of it by now, surely. That's my logic anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never even heard of it. Type Null. I understand what they were trying to do with it, but I just don't like it. I might be a hater here. I feel like the whole time I'm just saying I don't like these Pokemon, but I just didn't understand the concept of Type Null, and it just doesn't quite do it for me as a Pokemon fan. I like my legendaries or mythicals to be like staple Pokemon that I'm like, yeah, you know, like let's use Celebi as an example. Everyone knows Celebi. Celebi's sick, but Type Null doesn't do it for me. All of the Tapus are going to find themselves in average with the other regionals, sort of, you know, following Suicune and Articuno and all of those. Cosmog and Cosmo, I think I'm saying that right, but I don't know. They're going into average because obviously they evolve, which is very, very strange for mythicals or legendaries, but they evolve into either Solgaleo or Lunala. So Solgaleo is going to go into good. Lunala is going to find itself in pretty good because I remember that Pokemon being an absolute beast. So it's going to earn itself up there. I haven't actually played Pokemon Black and White 2. So for me, I'm going purely off design here. And they suck. The design is awful. I don't know what they're like to use as Pokemon because hands up, I've never played the game. But just off of design alone, I hate them. So they are going in bad for that reason. Up next, we have the two Marshadows. Again, a Pokemon I'm not too familiar with, so I'm going purely off design here. Going average for that one. And for this Marshadow, I'm actually going to put it in good. I really like that design. I know it's a dark ghost fighting type, but I think the design's really cool. It looks so evil, so got itself a good. Up next is Zororia, and I actually think Zororia is pretty good. As a Pokemon I've used, quite enjoyed using it, and I think it's really, really quite useful, so pretty good it goes. Meltan is going in to average because Meltan is just simply average. If you ever played Pokemon Go, you'll remember hunting literally hundreds of these to try and get a shiny, so I've got a little bit of PTSD from that. I mean, that form of it, just looking at, it's going in bad. I hate the design. I think that looks absolutely dreadful. Melmetal, I will have to put in pretty good. Not on design, I don't like the design, but that thing is an absolute beast. In Pokemon Go, this thing was the meta for so long in battles that I've put it in pretty good simply because I lost to it so many times. Zacian and Zamazenta. Joe, I really like Zacian. So Zacian is going to go in pretty good. Zamazenta, again, is a very bulky defensive Pokemon, but I'm going to put that into good. Eternatus, I absolutely hate. I hate the design of it. I think it's really, really ugly, and I know it's an awful thing to say, but it's true. I don't like it. It's going in bad. You won't change my mind. Urshifu and Urshifu are Pokemon that I actually really, really quite like the design of, so I'm going to put them all into good, because I think they are all pretty good. I don't think I've got any qualms with them. They are just a Pokemon that I like. And again, this next Pokemon, I'll be honest, I've never seen that before in my life, and it's going in bad. I have no interest in that. I don't even know what it is. It just looks like a spider's egg sack, and that's disgusting. So it's going in bad. More Reggie family also finding themselves going into bad just because, oh, will they? Okay, Regidrago can sneak up to good because it's actually a pretty good Pokemon, but I still hate it. Look at the design, it's awful. And that leaves us finally with Zygarde, who's going to find himself in good. So here is my completed list of legendaries and mythicals. I'm expecting some people to disagree with this, and I'm ready for that. But let me know what you think about this list in the comments below. Let me know who your goats would have been and which ones you think are just plain bad. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you with some more Pokemon content very soon.